Good morning! Hopefully it's morning where you are. Merry Christmas! What a joyous day it is. For this is the day that, well, technically it's not the day that Christ came to earth, was born as a babe. This is the day that we have chosen to celebrate this joyous occasion, because what a great thing to celebrate, that God actually came down in the form of a baby and to go live like us, let's say he went through our struggles, and he knows what it's like. This is the day that we're celebrating that he came down and did that in the form of a baby. It doesn't matter the day, as I've said before. But this is, of course, the 25th of December 2020. And, of course, we can't but not read Luke chapter 2, verses 4 through 12. We could go further, we could go more before, but I think this will sum it up good. So here we go. So Joseph went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judah. In Galilee to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him, as we were talking about in the last session, and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. And while they were living, and there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone upon them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all people. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find the baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." Okay, and of course, the angels appear and sing, and then of course they go and they start telling everybody, just to fill in a little bit afterwards. Wow, there's a lot that you can get from here. One thing that I noticed, and now maybe it's because I'm reading the New International Version, so I'm not quite sure of things. It does say while they were there, it came to have birth. A lot of times we show things where they're frantically getting there, and the birth is the very night they get there. With this, it could be not quite the exact night they get there. At least that's my reading. Like I said, maybe other versions it says differently. And something I've heard for a while from some pretty good sources, they weren't at an inn like we think of inns. It was like one of the Joseph's relatives that would have been there, but because everybody's coming in from everywhere because of the census, they got there a bit late, probably because a pregnant woman traveling might slow them down a teabit. So unfortunately, the only place that their relatives probably had to put them up was in the stable, the barn. And, they made do. But, what a lowly place for the Savior, the King of the world, to be born. Humble beginnings, and then the shepherds, the lowest of the low. Well, maybe not the lowest of the low, but pretty close, showing that, this Savior is for everybody. if they would only accept him. They were told where, they were given a sign by the angels. These shepherds must have been afterwards, shocked that they would be told. Shepherds of all people. And I know sometimes we think highly of the shepherds here, well, from back then, because, we think of King David and all that, some other people. Christ, he's the good shepherd. But shepherds weren't thought so highly back then. Um, well, I guess they were, but they weren't. It depends on who you were. But, the good shepherd, it was a metaphor to a lot of people, I believe. The shepherds and that. Now I think I'm rambling. Hopefully you got something out of today's reading and my babbling. So again, Merry Christmas. Have a great day with your family or whoever you're able to spend this with. Just remember, here at Crossonomics, we love you all. We wish we could be with you, but one day we will meet when we are with Christ for eternity. So remember to look me up. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all, people. And Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching the verse of the day. Hopefully you liked this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Also, we have a playlist for a bunch of verses of the day that we've done over the years. And if you enjoyed this, check out our other Bible-based programs. Hope you liked them all. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now. God bless.